Hello everyone, my name is Kasaya. I am a tarot reader and a channeler. I have messages to share today, so if you have found yourself here, these messages might be for you. However, if it does not fit, do not force it. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get into it. And we're gonna go with... I'm just gonna go with my traditional Rider-Waite. I can't help it that I love the OG so much. Okay. Spirit. What do we have for the collective today? What do we have for the collective today? I feel a lot of lighthearted energy. I feel like the collective, whoever resonates with this message, is going through a really strong transition at this time. A really strong transitionary period. Like you're moving from a space where you felt kind of cramped, where you felt kind of constricted, or even for some of you, like maybe oppressed. There was somewhere where you were maybe feeling as though you had to play small, or you were playing small, or yeah, there was just something about being caged in or boxed in or being cornered or being, just having to be smaller than you are. And in this current period, you're moving towards a place of more potential, of open potential, of happy connections, of joyful times. Okay, there's something about you're in the in between. You don't have the new yet, and I think this is what's been going on for about a month or two. It feels like for this collective is that you are moving into a transition, and this must be big life changes because the transition is taking as long as it is. Okay. But it's like you've already moved into the beginning stages of this new way of life, I guess, is what it feels like. But there's a lot of changes to be made to adapt to this new way of life. What do we have, collective? What do we have, Spirit, for the collective? What do we have for the collective? Oh, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Knight of Swords, okay? This is definitely something about communication, okay? I would say that it's just like movement, travel, like quick action that you're taking. But with the Knight of Swords, I'm getting communications. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I'm trying to get the cough drop to stick to the roof of my mouth and it won't stay there. So, sorry if it affects my voice. I'm trying. So this is definitely something about communication with the, or it could be communications in a variation of ways, okay? This could be you communicating with another communicating with you. This could be communication with your higher self. This could be communication with your spirit team, with whether your ancestors, your guides, your angels, etc. Whoever you may work with, okay? There is some sort of communication that's taking place. And this is something that's going to come in somewhat quickly, okay? These are both very quick-moving energies. Air is the quickest. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is about fast movement, quick movement. I'm seeing the dragonfly in my mind's eye, okay? This is something about swift changes, rapid... this could be transformation of something. Some just quick changes, okay? There's something about, and there's something here about that adaptation. Okay, can I get more information on this Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, please? And if this is you, you could be feeling very driven to speak up about things at this time with the Knight of Swords. Very driven to share your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions. Very driven to act on your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, okay? There's a lot of thinking that's going on here. There's a lot of rapid processing that's taking place, okay? Upright or reversed. Upright or reversed. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles Now, this is something about commitment. This is something about your integrity. This is something about your values. I just heard permissions. Okay, maybe it's what you give yourself permission to do, or what you, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, okay, this is something about like your, what you think your own limits are, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. There's something about like letting yourself be a little more free, a little more playful, a little bit more loose with things. Okay, like not being super rigid with things. With this quick moving energy, it needs space to breathe. You came out of a space, as I said in the beginning, the energy I was picking up on. You came from a space where you felt very constricted, having to play small or feeling as though you had to play small. Okay, so you moved out of this space, and now you're in this space where you are rapidly moving. That energy needs space to flow. It needs open space. It needs less limitations. Okay, so there's something about that. Maybe about getting out of the comfort zone. Maybe about trying new things. Okay, I do see something here about making new connections. All right, putting yourself out there, like having the courage to speak to someone first. Okay, in whatever form or fashion that is, making connections, networking. There's something present here about that. All right, and with the Knight of Pentacles, it's networking with those that, even if it's not networking, just the movement, the actions that you take based on ideas, the processing, making sure that you are connecting with ideas, thoughts, actions, people, places, things that align with your values, okay, and your morals. But what do you value? That might be a question to ask yourself right now. What do you value? What did you, as well, what did you value as a child? Something about, what you are desiring out of connection, for one, what you value in connection. In any, figuring that out in any area or in every area, romantic, platonic, familial, business. Okay. I said I was going to be working on the I haven't been paying attention to it this whole video. I feel like I've probably said it a million times. So sorry. The Knight of Pentacles. This is about sticking to what you believe is fulfilling for yourself. Being committed to that. Being dedicated to that within yourself and within the other. If you want to see it outside of yourself, it's being the mirror of that, okay? Expressing in the ways that you would like others to express. Being who you would like to bring into your life. Exuding the characteristics, working on the values, kindness, compassion, helpfulness, spontaneity, healthy eating, sports, whatever it might be, okay, whatever it might be for you. Working on those things in order to attract things, places, people, ideas, actions that are aligned with those values. Okay, being sure to be consistent in that. The Knight of Pentacles is also about consistency. Okay. Yeah, aligning your actions with in ways that is consistent with your values. There's a lot of movement here. Too many cards. One card at a time, please. Can I get more information on the Six of Cups? Ooh. Upright reversed. Upright reversed. Upright reversed. Best 2 out of 3. I was sideways. Okay, we have the Four of Swords under the Six of Cups. There's something here about daydreaming almost. Fantasizing. This is vision. This is envisioning. This is working with your vision, with your ability, your imagination, okay? This is your ability to imagine what it is that you would like for yourself, okay? There might be a need to ground at this time, making sure that you are grounding what you are imagining. And that's where that consistent action, consistent alignment with your values comes from. I think Spirit is asking you at this time, collective, to really understand, sit with yourself, ponder, and really understand what it is that you want in every form of connection, aligning with it, and then grounding into that. The grounding is the consistent action. Not being restless not being restless or overthought with what it is that you are attracting. Just allowing it to come towards you through your actions, your communications, your movements. Okay? We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, okay, something about daydreaming here. There's something about going after the dreams. There's something about, with the Knight of Wands here and the Knight of Swords, there's something about going after the dreams. And you do so by consistent action through your values. And being sure that what you keep in your life, what you give your time, energy, attention, and resources to, is connections, things, actions, thoughts, even, that are aligned with what it is that you desire. Okay, not what is outside of that, what is within that. And understanding that there are lots of different ways that different values can express themselves. Seeing where your values are in every area of life. Where in what way your values are expressing themselves in the environments that you place yourself within, in your thoughts, in your connections. Okay, and we have the Two of Cups, which did show up with the Six of Cups, but it didn't come out, so I was like, There's something about very deep bonds. There could be something about love for some of you here. There is a lot of different opportunities for connection, whether romantic or platonic. For some of you, business. But I'm really... Yeah, okay. For some of you, business. That's cute. No filler words. It's going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while to stop using and I don't even... It's like subconscious that I use... It's subconscious. It's something that's going to take a while for me to unlearn. So bear with me, please, hopefully. There's a lot of opportunities to make new connections coming in towards you. This is fast-moving energy, but you have to network. You have to put yourself out there. You have to communicate with others. Do not be afraid to take the first step. Also understand that things take time. Like, even though this is fast-moving energy, it takes time to build connections, to build the depth that you are looking for. But make sure that you're doing it aligned with your values. Not trying to force connections or give connections a chance when you already know that they don't align with your values. It doesn't mean that they have negative values or bad value, negative, bad, whatever. It just means that it's not aligned with you. Everyone has different preferences. Everyone has different values. We're all raised differently. We all changed ourselves differently. Well, most of us, you know. So you have to understand what your alignment is, what your balance is, what your values are, what you believe in, and find others that are like-minded and share that with you. And there's a lot of opportunities that are coming in towards you. It seems very soon, okay? Very soon, if not right now. You may have to take some of the first steps, though. Do not be afraid to communicate. With the Knight of Wands, if something sparks your interest, if someone sparks your interest, if someone or a thought or an action sparks your interest, go for it. Go for it. Follow your passion. Follow what you are dreaming of. Follow what you are envisioning for yourself. Back to that envisioning, visualizing. Whatever you are visualizing for your connections, for yourself, for what you want to expand into, especially mentally, like intellectual connections, be sure to take steps towards that, the grounding aspect. Okay, yeah, that Two of Cups, though. These are going to be connections where you are seen, felt, heard, understood. These are connections that are going to stand test of time. These are connections that are going to be slow-moving, but dedicated and loyal, dependable. Reliability is here. Okay. Okay, what other messages do we have for the collective, Spirit? Any other messages? Oh, okay. I'm being told to move to my deck here. All right. What do we have, Spirit, to add to this message through my deck? What do we have for the collective? Extricate, and I just saw the excise card, the back of the excise card. So there's something here about removing that which does not align with the values, okay? This is a consistent process of maintenance. Sometimes we let things in that don't align. Maybe either because we didn't know or because we were like, oh, we'll give it a chance kind of thing to see. In whatever way, once you realize that something is not aligned, remove it. If it's not aligned with your vision, if it's not aligned with your values for connections or for where you want to be or for what you are building or what you are working on, what you are interested in, do what you need to do. This isn't, and that feels, I feel like for some people that can be kind of complicated, because I used to have a friend that would keep people in her life even though she wasn't aligned with them, and even though they had like, everyone is different. Everyone is different. But she would keep people around even though they were not fit for her, even though they not only didn't align, but these connections would hold her back. She held on to them because of the time, the energy she put into them, because she wanted to give everyone a chance. You can forgive somebody, but you don't need to keep them in your life, right? When we hold on to everything and everyone, we don't have space for the new. There will come a point where our energetic field and our internal storage space, we'll say, our internal storage doesn't have enough room for the new. You will end up stagnating. You will end up stuck. You will end up confused or overwhelmed or feel overburdened because there's just so much in your energetic field, in your subconscious, in your internal storage, because you haven't removed what no longer belongs, what is dusty, what is rusted, what is harmful. So there's a need to do that. But with the expert card, it could be that some of you have become really, really good at extricating what is extricating and excising, removing impurities, removing not even necessarily impurities, things that are simply not aligned. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a message here that this is also from your diet. Oh. Excise and storage. This is the card that I was talking about seeing the back of, and internal storage. Okay, there's things to be removed with precision. Okay, remove with precision, to cut out. And this can be something that you need to do carefully in some instances, especially if this deals with people and not just behaviors, or because I'm also picking up like the foods that you're eating, the things that you're watching. This is like carefully cutting things out. And by carefully, I mean it takes time. It's a process, right? There's a need to do the work to remove what is taking up space. All right? And we have hand-me-down, which reminds me of just like the connections that are sticking around, that have been around for a long time. Connections, thought patterns, behaviors, items. All right? Items have energy. Items take up space. So there's an emphasis here. There is a strong emphasis on clearing out your storage. This could even be in your home, right? Getting rid of foods, getting rid of clothes, getting rid of items that are taking up space that you don't typically use. Simplifying. That feels right. Simplifying. Okay, yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Because when we are children, there's not like we don't hold on to things. When we are children, it's every day for every day, and then hoping for tomorrow. It's not too much of thinking about the past. Children are very simple. They care about the simple things in life. They are enthralled in the simple things in life. So there's something about simplifying, all right, and focusing on the things that really hold value to you. That really hold value to you. That's a beautiful message. Simplifying, value. Keywords here. All right. Any other messages for the collective? We have the expert card again, okay? So I'm going to get further into what this expert card is. There's something that you have mastered, or there's something you have a lot of knowledge in, or you have high skill levels, you have a lot of experience with. Spirit, can I get more information on this expert card? Oh. More information on this expert card? More information on this expert card, please. Hand me down. These are things that you know very well. Connections, thought patterns, behaviors, items, clothes. Literally could be. Specific message. If you have any clothes from your exes, remove it. Okay. That's going to be for a few of you. I know most people do that. Most people get rid of it. Okay. It holds energy. It holds a frequency, and there's stagnant energy in that. You're no longer connected like that. I don't have to explain it to you. I think you know. All right. But this is not just about that. That's a specific message. But this is also about, again, the connections, the places you go, the things you eat, all of these things that you have a lot of experience with. You're an expert in certain things, in certain areas where Spirit is wanting you to excise, remove, release. There's things to let go of. You're creating a lot of space. You need to have a lot of space for this new, okay? You're in this transition period. Spirit wants you to clear things out so that this energy, this fast-moving energy, has more room, more space to take up so that it can travel more smoothly, right? More precisely. It'll make your thoughts more precise. When your house is clear of the things that you no longer need, or that you no longer use, or that don't align, that don't have value, even if they do have value, but they don't align, or they're not in use. Okay, when you clear your home, the energy in the home will flow more smoothly. Your thoughts will run more smoothly. When you remove thought processes, which, again, this all takes time. It takes time and work. Like, don't put that to the side. It does take time and work. If you want to get to a better place, you have to do the work. That's just part of it. That's just... Okay, I don't have to explain it. You get it. I just had a brain fart. Yeah, when you clear things from your mind, when you clear things from your body, it's just like detoxing your body. You're removing the toxins. Now your body feels refreshed. It feels open. It feels loose. It feels, relieved because you're removing things. It's the same with your mind. It's the same with your home. It's the same with your emotions. Cry it out if you need to, Excuse me, burp for confirmation. Someone needs to cry it out here. Someone needs to cry it out. If it helps, watching sad movies, reading sad things, letting those emotions begin the tears, and then just start thinking about other things that are like negative and worn out and rusted and old and stagnant, and then you'll cry for those things. That's a practice that I learned quite recently, because there was a point in my life where, There was a point in my life where I could not cry, and it's likely from stuffing. But also, it was mostly from a disconnection from the body. I could not cry. I could think about things over and over again. I could sit and just like process. And I would understand that it was very sad, and I would want with everything in me to cry, and it wouldn't come out. And that was a practice that I learned recently. I mean, I've been fixing up that issue of the not crying. When you ground into your body, you need a lot of grounding to be able to let the tears flow, because you need to feel your emotions instead of think about them. The more you think about your emotions, the more detached you're going to be from your body. You need to tap into your body through whatever practice. I mean, that could be what this is as well. I feel like I'm all over the place right now. Sorry. This could be what all of this is as well, is tapping in with the self, is spending like real quality time with the self. You know, you spend quality time with others, you put your phone down and you just talk. Do that with yourself. When you're figuring out those values and connections, what do you want with yourself? What do you value with yourself? Really talk to yourself. Spend time, quality time with yourself, and do that with your body. Spend quality time with your body. I know that sounds kind of like, I feel like that's kind of touchy. That's kind of like out there, but spend time with your body, appreciating, especially if you're a woman, because of the societal expectations and images that is projected and pushed and like forced down the throats of women in the society. Spend time. It's really important to spend time with your body, appreciating every part of your body. I love my arms. I love my hands. I love my knees. You know, like I feel like that's a message that's coming through from spirit at this time. Man or woman, non-binary, what have you. Spend time appreciating your body, and then listen to it and feed it foods that it really wants to, that it really, needs. That really make it feel loose, that make it feel flushed out. Okay? When you connect more with your body, then you are able to feel those emotions. Then you're able to cry it out. Then you're able to release. I think I got kind of off there, but someone needed to hear all of that. I don't know. But really just, maybe use the practice, though, of thinking the sad things, or looking at sad things, reading sad things, watching something sad, and then if the tears start coming up, think about other things that are personal to you internally, the stagnant, rusted stuff, and then let it all flow out. There's just something about clearing out the body, the mind, the emotions, the home. Okay. Time in nature is going to be beneficial. Ooh. Emperor, understanding, refine. It's a process of refining your own self-identity, your own self-knowing, your own connection with yourself at this time. In this transitionary period, you came from somewhere that you have all the knowledge, all the information that you need. You have everything you need from the past. You don't need any of that anymore. You don't need any of it anymore. You are transitioning into a new way of life, into a new identity for a lot of you, okay? You no longer need what has been handed. You don't need to hand down to yourself. This is hand-me-down. That usually comes from other people. But think of it as your old self handing something down to your new self. You don't need it. You don't need it. There's certain experience. There's your life experience. There's your wisdom and such that is necessary to carry with you. But you're not in need of all the excess rusty stuff, the dusty stuff, the old, stagnant, stuck stuff. You're not in need of those things, whether emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, however it is. You're no longer in need of these things, okay? You are redefining your life, and you need to understand that you have the control to create the space. You have the power to remove that which needs to be removed, or that which you want to be removed. Removing impurities or unwanted elements by processing. Okay, you have a great understanding of the self through this, again, this mental processing. You have a great understanding of yourself through that. Now, have a great understanding of your body. Develop a great understanding of your body. Pull the body together with the mind. Love these messages. Love these messages. Absolutely. Emperor and inner standing. Okay, you really understand what it is that you have been through. You really understand where it is that you have. Okay, because the Emperor is this is someone that has overcome. This is someone that has victory over their hardships. This is someone that has a lot of life experience through their struggles. They have become victorious over that which they have been through. They have become a leader of their life. This is accountability and responsibility for the self. All right, there's a lot of understanding of the self here, understanding of the ways in which you move, the ways in which you identify or are beginning to identify in this new identity. So you have the power to refine what it is that you are keeping within your storage. We have the dependable card, which is something I brought up here. Right? We have the tornado card again. It did want to come out. We have outer standing. We have outer standing and inner standing. Okay, we have the tornado card. Things could be feeling with this Eight of Wands and this Knight of Swords it's very rapid energy. It can be making you feel a little bit restless or a little ungrounded. There's a need to ground at this time so that you don't come into confusion or you don't come into any sort of turmoil, right? The tornado card also is about remembering past lessons, okay? So there's something about a lot of process in this transition. You are integrating that which you have processed and you're releasing that which you have been through, because once it's integrated, poof, it's part of you, all right? Communication or information that forces you to see things differently, challenging the comfort zone again, okay? There's new conversations, there's new information that's coming towards you, and you're having new conversations that are changing the way that you see things. From this old, the old things, which you have a lot of experience with, to the new things. And there's something with this transition period. There's something I'm missing here. Like there's something to tie this together that I'm missing. I hate when this happens. Okay, but there's something about this transition period you're in is very dependable. You can really depend on the changes, on the shifts, on the transformations that are taking place at this time. The information that's coming towards you, the thoughts that are coming towards you when it comes to newness, can very much be relied upon at this time. All right, there's something about these things being trustworthy, you trusting in yourself, you supporting yourself, you sustaining, providing for yourself. Okay, lean on the expertise that you have, but release that which is unwanted, which is impure, which is unaligned. All right, because you have a great understanding. There's no need to continue to process and over process things. You're solid within what it is that you've learned, these old lessons. All right. You just need to ground and step out of your comfort zone. Ground your new vision by taking actions, by having new conversations, by making new connections. Okay? Protection, and you are protected within this. You are protected as you move forward. You are protected as you move forward throughout this. The Knight of Swords can be seen in that way. And it's self-protection as well with the Knight of Swords. It's standing up for the self. It's sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your boundaries with the Knight of Swords and with the Four of Swords here. And if there's anybody that crosses that and they don't see you or hear you or understand you, they're not meant for you. There's a need for some sort of strength when it comes to setting boundaries in connections and understanding when something is not for you and removing it from your life. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means it's not a good fit. There are 8 billion people on this planet, okay? You don't need to hold on to who is not for you. All right? The people that are for you are out there. You just have to get out of your comfort zone. Network. Make connections. Clear your space. Okay, I want to pull a Gaia Oracle card. Spirit, what do we have for the collective to close out this message? Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming in quite quickly, quite rapidly at this time. Connections, conversations, communications. If you're waiting on any sort of communication, you've been patient with it, that could very well be coming towards you soon. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't wait on a person to communicate. If you're waiting for, like, a job or, you know, something like that, like a business opportunity, someone to get back to you there, understandable. But I wouldn't sit and wait if it's in relation to a friendship, a love connection. One second. That would be taking up space and time that you could be using on different things, using in different ways that are of value to you, that are resourceful for you. Spirit, closing out this message. Lord, you fully understand. Yeah, we have Lord here. You fully understand something that you've been through. You fully understand certain lessons. Oh, wow. You might want to watch yesterday's reading, the last reading that's posted. Right before this one. Only if you're called to. But it was about, you know, have you learned the lesson or do you need to experience something a little more? I think you know. If you came from that one, I think you've learned all you needed to learn. I think that you have the information you need. You have the wisdom and the experience gained, the XP gained from the lessons that you have been through. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in a transitionary period to a new life, right? Right? You're only in this transition period because the old has closed out, because you have learned all that you have needed to learn in that old life. As that old person, you know, in that old identity. Closing message, Spirit, if I can stop yapping. Closing message for the collective. Closing message, please. Closing message. Beautiful. 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 Okay. All right, so we have rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. And we have apprehension, moving out into the world. Doubt, fear. All right, so you're in this phase where you are liberating yourself. You're gaining clarity. There's a lot of, you know, you're gaining clarity. And the more that you clear things out, the more that you free yourself from that which is of the past, the more you clear yourself of doubt and of fear as well, okay? Clearing out those old, stuck, stagnant, dusty thought patterns. The more that you are going to understand all the energy that is coming in towards you, all of the messages that are coming from your spirit team or from your higher self. You are going to be able to understand everything that is coming towards you much more quickly because you have the space, the freedom. Okay. Book is in here. I'm going to read number 18 first. Apprehension. It's time to get going. There is nothing to fear. Have confidence. Have courage. All right? If you have fear, do it anyways. Be nervous. Feel the nervousness. It's not a bad thing to be nervous. It's not I mean, it can be scary, but it's healthy to feel a little nervous when you're trying new things. It means you're getting out of your comfort zone. It means that you're doing new things, right? Follow that. Follow that. There is nothing to fear. Take the first step, just do it, and you will find that all will work out for you. The longer you procrastinate, the harder it will be. It's understandable that you feel unsure of yourself. The first step is sometimes the hardest. You have much to offer, and you will realize this as you move out into the world. Be brave. Even if you initially make mistakes, you will be well received. Treat every day as a learning experience. As your confidence increases, so too will your self-esteem and success. You are a sincere and beautiful person. Do not doubt yourself. Okay? And we have number 11. Goodness. The white dove depicted on the card flies high above the earth and is able to see things from a higher perspective. She suggests that you do the same. You cannot do this physically, but you can do it mentally by disconnecting emotionally from the present situation. The visualizing, right? Oh, and the Seven of Cups here. No matter what the situation is, stop thinking about it. I said that, right? Into your body. Stop thinking about it. You are currently too close to see things clearly. A simple solution exists. This will become clear to you once you let go. That clarity is going to grow as you release things. Bring your awareness within. Close your eyes. Relax. Meditate. Surrender. Let go. Take a walk in the park. Dance. Have fun. Do whatever it takes to detach from things for a while, and the solution will become obvious when the time is right. Attach to your body, detach from the mental load. Okay? That's going to help you feel that nervousness instead of think about that nervousness and let it turn into anxiety. All right, do not doubt yourself and do not be afraid. Again, if you have mistakes, it's going to be well received because of the fact that you are putting yourself out there. You are taking steps, you are making the moves, you are having the courage to take those steps, okay? Baby steps. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay, don't have unrealistic expectations and don't, put too much on yourself, but take the steps, okay? Do the damn thing. It's ready. It's time to get going. You got this. You got this. All right, collective, you got this. I'm going to draw one of these fortunes. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Discriminating mind leads you in the proper direction. You are an expert in your past lessons. You learned your past lessons, everything from the everything from the life that you have lived before this transitionary period. You learned all of that to prepare you for this next one. You learned all of the lessons. You understand all of the lessons. You have full comprehension and understanding of that which you have been through. Okay, so you will have a discriminating mind as you move forward. If you're afraid in any way that you're going to fail or that you're not going to know, when something is, trying to mix you up or mislead you, have no fear with that, okay? You're going to know because you have learned the lessons that you have needed to learn. You're going to know the right steps to take as you move forward. So just take the first step. This first step is the hardest. And after you take that first step, baby, it gets going. It gets going. So do the damn thing, all right? Do the damn things. You got this. Much love, collective. I hope that this found everyone that it was meant for, and I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. If this did resonate with you, please do not be afraid to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.